TitleMatchNetwork.com.
What are your thoughts about drug use and steroids in wrestling and stuff?
I think if it's allowed in wrestling, it should be allowed in every sport or every entertainment aspect. And anybody that don't think these guys are on steroids, something is wrong with them. My God, wake up, people. You know, go to the gym, try to work out without steroids. Give yourself 5 years and see if you can look like them. Give yourself 10 years. No, you're not going to look that way. And I don't know why people believe that they can go to you can go to the gym, you see a guy working out. Great. The guy's in great shape. He's not big, he's not huge, but he's in 10 times better shape health-wise than these guys wrestling. Pumping full of steroids, and I guess you have to have a doctor's prescription now. So I don't know if I don't know how they're getting all the steroids, doing it legal or whatever. Of course, they're going to say they're not doing it.
Right.
But
in the 80s, there was a lot of travel, with WWF.
Yes.
Like a lot of guys that we did interviews with said, one day they're on the West Coast, the next day they're on the East Coast.
Yes.
Did you have to do any uppers or downers or pain pills yourself to ever?
pain, I had to do pain like codeine or something if I had a cracked rib or if I had a dislocated shoulder or something, anything that really hurt bad, I'd do codeine, but it was all prescription.
Right.
Uppers, downers, you're talking about diet pills or Valium or something like that. The doctor give them to you.
Right.
Of course, you're traveling from the East Coast, West Coast. You get on a plane, you don't want to sit there 4 hours, 5 hours. You want to go to sleep.
Right.
So you go to sleep. You get there, if you got a match, 2 more hours, you got to go to the hotel, you got to get dressed, you got to go to the match. You need to be up. So sure, you're going to take something to get up. But nothing illegal. I wouldn't, let me tell you, everything I took was legal. Doctors give them to prescription.
Right. Did you ever abuse it or anything like that? Or?
No. Do I look like I abused it?
No.
Look at the hair. Look at me. I mean, I look just like I did when I wrestled in the 80s. My hair, of course, got a little light, but,
That happens.
Yeah.
What do you miss most about the business?
I don't miss nothing about the business. I don't miss the business at all. People are rude. The fans are rude. They're, I don't know, the intelligence level of the average wrestling fan has got to be pathetic, what they're thinking, how they do. I don't miss the travel. Now, I might have missed the travel if I didn't travel so much when I was there. But I did all my miles. I did all my time. I took all my bumps. I took all my beatings. I took all my abuse. And I don't miss it. I don't regret what I did as I wrestled because it gave me a good life. And I never regretted one day for the wrestling that I did. I've never regretted knocking the hell out of a fan that wanted to do something to me or hurt me. I do regret letting a lot of them walk off. I should have knocked the hell out of, but they got away with it. So, but I never went out to cause anybody a problem. I was Dr. T.
Who do you think is the toughest man in the professional wrestling business?
Tough which way?
Fight in the locker room fight. Who's one guy you would go, man, I wouldn't fight that guy?
There's none that I wouldn't fight.
Okay, who's one?
If I had to fight a guy, if I had to fight one, if he did something to me, then we just got to go to town.
What about Haku?
Who do you think?
Who?
Haku, everyone says he's like one of the toughest
Ming?
guys.
Who is that?
Well, Tonga Kid?
No.
Not Tonga Kid.
Not
Tonga
Tonga. He wrestled as King Tonga. King Tonga.
King Tonga, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know who you. That guy was a nice guy, man. I never heard him.
Who else do you think though was one of the toughest?
I didn't think none of them was tough.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. Tonga, I know who you're talking about now. King Tonga.
Mm-hmm.
They call him King Tonga. He was supposed to be pretty tough, but he never showed it in the dressing room. He never showed it. I heard stories about him out beating, 3 or 4 guys.
Rip the guy's ears off.
Yeah, and all that. That's not hard to do. You rip a guy's ear off, grab his ear and rip it off.
Huh.
Bite it off, bite his nose off. Let him know you're going to bite his nose off when you get him down.
Right.
He'll probably back up from it. I'm not saying that I could beat him. I'm not saying that I wouldn't back down from it, but I wouldn't put myself in a position to have to back down from it because I know what kind of reputation he's got. But he's a nice guy. You would never get in that position with him if you weren't a piece of garbage yourself. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. These guys that are tough, man, they got these reputations of being tough. The only way they got them reputations is beating the hell out of people that needed to get the hell beat out of them.